But yeah, bro, before we wrap up, talk to me about Shakur, man. Talk to me about your boy Shakur. Yeah, apparently, that's your guy, bro.
This guy's... I like Shakur. I do like Shakur. But I'm very, very... When it comes to these crops of fighters, I'm very, very objective.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Unless
biased.
it's Devin Haney.
No, I'm not even biased to Devin Haney, bro. I'm not even biased to Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney, but for me, the issue that I'm having, and he... Obviously, for those who don't know, let me quickly apply.
Yeah, talk to me, because I heard that he was doing mad tweets and all this kind of stuff.
So, long story short, from last year, he was supposed to fight Zepeda.
Yeah.
The Turki Sheikh offered the fight to Shakur Stevenson last year. It was supposed to be him versus Cordina. He got injured, then him versus Schofield, and then Shakur versus Zepeda. The issue was because of the time frame, the fight can no longer be in Riyadh. So the fight has to be in America. Because of the summer. Because of the summer.
Yeah.
Because of that, and Riyadh season doesn't start until October.
And for any of you lot that haven't been to the Middle East, you cannot do sport in the Middle East in the summer. You can't. You'll just die. It's just ridiculous.
So yeah, so because it's not going to be in the summer, in Riyadh season, in Saudi, the money's less. So Shakur's saying, well, I'm not taking the fight because the money's less than what I was promised last time. But what Oscar and them man are saying is, well, bro, it's not in the same place. It's in America. And in context, for those who don't know, the WBC have now ordered the fight and it's going to go to purse bids, and Shakur's going to probably people are going to bid on it, and probably Shakur's going to get paid what he wants to get paid. The fight will eventually happen. My issue is this: I'm seeing too many fights with Shakur fall through because of money. At some stage, bro, you're gonna have to put up and shut up.
Bro, it's always
at some stage, you're gonna have to stop being the best future, best box, all of that.
Bro, he's Jesse Lingard, bro. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, bro, because man had the opportunity to fight. Was it Devin?
Devin Haney, yeah.
Man had the opportunity to fight Devin when Devin is undisputed and he had no belt, correct?
Facts.
And Devin offered him 25%?
25%, and he wanted 50-50.
And he wanted 50-50. So from there, yeah, you're on crack. Like, immediately. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but from that, that's... If you've... okay, cool. Once Deontay Wilder turned down, and his biggest purse was 1.5 million, and he turned down 100 million from DAZN, we knew we would never seen him fight AJ. Because it don't make sense that you turn down 100 million, and then you're going to say yes to 15 million down the road. Once you turn down the crazy money, I know that this fight's never happening now. Mm-hmm. Do you know, remember when Canelo tried to Turkey tried to call Canelo's bluff about the fight? Once you turn down the silly money, like I've thrown you a silly offer that I don't even like, I'm overpaying. You're showing that you're not really on it, as far as I'm concerned. So that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I just said about Boots, you might want to build his profile, you might want to do certain things. He might take a little bit less money, but he's going to build his profile. If he can go and beat Ryan Garcia, give him a boxing match, he's going to make more money long term, etc., etc., etc. His dad might look at it as a kind of boxing purist and say, we're going to build your profile with belts rather than big names, CV, etc. But that's what it is. At some point, you take a small sacrifice for yourself.
That's my point.
You take a small sacrifice for yourself for the longer term.
That's my argument.
We've seen Devin travel. We've seen Devin travel. We've seen, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
take the small money.
Lomachenko. Somebody's got to do something.
You at some stage, bro, like...
You have to remember as well, Shakur, of all these guys, yeah, you got Tank at the top, Devin after that, Teofimo after that, Ryan after that, just because he's never won a world championship. But like, you are the smallest draw. Like, you're the smallest box office.
You're the
draw.
only one who's never had a pay-per-view.
Do you mean no knockout? Like, you're not really a knockout guy, and you're not really popular on social media like Ryan, which unfortunately that's just what it is.
And you don't have a flipping Bill Haney.
Yeah, do you mean?
The thing is, the issue is, and the differences between Shakur and Devin is, people pay to see Devin lose. They just genuinely hate Devin.
Yeah, but that's part of your
people like you. And at some stage, Shakur, you're going to have to stop having other people be the one talking for you. Oh boy, you see what this guy's doing in the gym. You see what this guy can do. Bro, at some stage, no offense, bro, at some stage you're just going to have to put up or shut up, bro. Yeah, and at some stage, bro, maybe in this occasion, cool, you're going to try and make the most money, but your attitude towards fights, for me, I don't like. For me, I don't want to hear about money, because the truth is, there's pay the fight. isn't even that fight that's going to take you to the promised land anyway.
Yeah.
It's not. So for me, you should be like, you know what, Barnett, give me any money. Give me any money, let me brush this dude. Because at the end of the day, bro, you're going to have to take that gamble. I even think, even Tank to a certain degree had to go through those hurdles of being a B-side or having 50-50s before you got that marquee price tag. And for me, bro, I just don't like the way his attitude is. Like, I know obviously he's with, what's his name, innit? Jay Prince.
Yeah.
So obviously them man.
Who cares? Jay Prince, that's dead. Jay Prince is not a sporting manager. He's not a boxing manager.
No, but you know how these men are, innit? You know how people are like, oh, you gotta know your worth and all of that crap. But sometimes you gotta earn your money, bro. Sometimes you gotta earn the money.
At the end of the day, yeah, you're taking boxing advice from a man that is not a boxing manager. So a man can just say whatever he wants, and that sounds good in theory. I'm just looking at the official offer from Devin Haney was, and he rejected it, was back in July of 2023. That was 18 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since then, he has beat Edwin De La Santos
For hardly any money.
Yeah, and that was for a vacant WBC belt. Then he retained it against Artem, and then he retained it again against Josh Padley, who was a late thing because obviously
on an undercard.
On an undercard. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas you could, so 18 months later, for me personally, if I'm Shakur, whoever advised me back in July of 2023 can't possibly advise me now.
Can't.
Because that was objectively the wrong decision. You might have actually been more successful losing to Devin Haney in the 25%. Whether you lost or won, your career would still be in a better place today.
Facts.
It would be easier for you to go and get the fights with Tio, or to go and get a redemption fight with Loma because you're both coming off losses, or whatever the case may be. Then Devin Haney goes and loses to Ryan. You go get a rematch against Devin Haney. But you would be in a better place if you took that fight, regardless whether you won or lost.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? So whoever was advising you then, if this is Jay Prince then, you can't be taking advice from Jay Prince now. Do you know what I'm saying? if you want to go and release a rap song, talk to Jay Prince. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you want to go and be a successful world champion boxer, I don't know why would I want to be I'm a football fan. Bukayo Saka signs with K Coke. Why?
Literally,
what's that got to do with anything?
Literally, it makes no sense.
That
Bro.
make no sense.
I genuinely don't understand where he's got what the mindset is, bro. Because cool, and you know what's gonna be mad?
This is a man who turned. Do you know how old he turns this year?
How old?
How old do you think he turns this year?
28, I think.
28 years old he turns. In June, he turns 28, bro. He's a boxing's flipping Jesse Lingard, bro.
Bro, you know what's so mad? It's going to Perspins, him and Zepeda. Could you imagine? Remember, he turned down Turkey. So if you turn...
It's immediately less money.
Instantly.
That's what I'm saying. So you keep talking about you want more money, but you keep negotiating less money.
So let's say, Shakur, let's be real. Let's say this fight goes to Perspins. And Turkey decides, you know what, Bunny, you turned down my offer. I'm not even bidding on this fight. You now got to take whatever's bidded. Who's out there to bid? Who's out there to bid?
Who's still doing boxing in America? ESPN?
ESPN, or the Zone's gonna probably have to put money up because he's signed with Eddie. But even then, it's gonna be less. It's gonna be less. It's gonna be less. So bro, as you said, bro, whoever's negotiating for you.
This will be the second time, and he's only had 3 fights since the Devin Haney fight. Since the Devin Haney offer, where he's negotiating less money every time. Every time. He's negotiating less money every single time.
Bro, it's disappointing still. It's disappointing, fam.
It just don't make sense. What you're saying don't make sense. You're saying, I know my worth and I'm going for the most money, then taking less money. It's the same thing that Deontay... This is why I said you have to talk really slowly when you talk to Americans. I'm telling you, they're not very intelligent. They're just not. Do you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder turned down 100 million, and the offer that he had from DAZN for the free fight deal, two with AJ and then one else. He hasn't made that money for the free fight deal back across his whole career.
Facts.
He hasn't made it back across his whole career. What are we talking about? Do you mean? And if you don't want the fights, that's fine. But what you're saying is like chatting to a gal. What your words and your actions aren't tallying.
Facts.
I want the most money, but then you're not taking the most money. But make it make sense.
Facts. It doesn't make sense, bro. But yeah, hopefully Shakur sees this. He actually might as well. He might see this. He's active. He's active on socials, bro. He's active. Fine. He actually might see this.
He's been in the UK. He was in the Noakes gym in Kent and all that. That's down the road. Do you know what I'm saying? Shout at me, man. Do some sparring, some training.
No, but on a level though, you actually...
Everything I'm saying is facts. We can talk to him. It's fine.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's Only Facts podcast, bro. It's Only Facts, bro. It's Only Facts. Look at the record. What we doing here? July of 2023, you've had 3 fights since. Maybe you had 1 fight in November. You only fought once in all of 2024.
Yeah, he did have an injury though, but it doesn't make a difference.
And then now it's early in 2025. You might have 2 fights in 2025. Cool. I'll manage you better than Jay Prince. I don't understand what's going on here, man.
Trust me.